Hey there, good evening, welcome back. It's another day and we are playing Crystal Project. I think we're starting to ramp up towards the end of the game, is what I think. We're gonna try to go fight the Rexasaur. If we can get the Rexasaur down, I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. We may go for the Sky Arena to try to get the ribbon before we go back down to finish the other super boss that's still waiting for us below the ocean. Topher, good evening. Yeah, we'll see where all this takes us, and then we're probably going to, you know, before the end of the week, after we've done those things. Got 10 minutes to chat. Got alert because a contest in Hypixel. Ooh, fun. If we can get all those things down, then we'll head into the castle. We'll see what the castle brings, and then hopefully head towards the end of the game. Once we finish this up, we've got Suikoden waiting in the wings, as long as it continues to play properly. It's a weird one. It's a weird one because I have to play it on my Mac. Got one last thing to set up here and we will get started. I should have got this done earlier, but I spent a little too much time watching Queen Charlotte with my wife tonight. That's right. I'm the kind of person who watches Queen Charlotte. What things I've been... Okay, so Daniel, I was just saying we're going to do Rexasaur. We're going to try to do Rexasaur. Then if we can get Rexasaur down, we're going to try to maybe see what we can do in the Sky Arena. If we can get through that, then we may head back into the castle. But yes, we would like to get it completely kitted out so we can go fight that final boss that has been eluding me, that the final underwater boss. And then we'll head into the start making our way to the end so that we can get through it and get started on Suikoden. Well, there we go. All right, everything is hooked up and working now. Let's switch over and we'll get into the game. There we are. Oh yeah, it's... Any idea there's even much of anything worthwhile? Oh, I completely, entirely forgot about the labyrinth. I don't even know how to get into the labyrinth. I honestly don't know what's in the labyrinth. Well, that probably just added a week to the whole game. We've got to at least check it out. If there's anything there at all worth looking for, we've got to go look for it. 111-1407. Oh, what? I must have left the game sitting open again. Vash, good evening, or time of day. Where am I? Oh yeah, I don't want to be here. Link me to how to get into the labyrinth video. No, I'd never just open the game and leave it setting for 2 or 3 hours. Getting ready for bed. I did a lot of that today. I slept a lot today. All right, so where we actually are is needing to go and heal. Didn't we do that? I don't know what it's... I'm really confused. Let me look at something. Is there not a load? All right, so that save was... We had 28 gold and we were in the market district. And this save that we opened... $59 gold. I have no idea I really want to find out like what the classes were at the end of the last time we played. I mean, it's got to be this one. It's got to be. But man, I thought the very last thing we did at the end of the last game was go back to town and heal. I should have watched my own VODs. And I know the top one is later, but wow, and some weird things going on that I must have screwed something up. Oh no, I am absolutely certain, absolutely 100% certain that I saved after I, because you guys said don't forget to save, and I immediately saved. But I think I just saved and didn't go into town. I think you're right. I think I didn't ever go into town. I just saved right there. I'm sure we're perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. I guess the only thing we did last time was finish a few super bosses. We can definitely find out just by looking at our key items. I have a super rod. I have a jiggling lure. Evidently there's an accessory I need to go fish up in Delind using the super rod and the jiggling lure. What are these things called that I'm looking for? Deity eyeballs or something? I have 10 undersea crabs. Stem ward. Ward's stem. I still don't know what that does. We have 3 deity eyes, so we've downed 3 of the 4 bosses. So we're good. But let's save again just to be smooth. If I'm looking at my map, world map. This was where we started. I'm looking for, where was the fishing place? Is it right here? Like right around here somewhere? Need the stem word to even be able to use eyes. Okay. Okay. I could run over here real quick before we try to get into a giant fight. Fish hatchery a little northeast of that. Okay, let's... Is the fish hatchery was what I was looking for. I just could not remember where it was. Is it up here? Is it this one? I kind of want to go over the top of this just to see what's here. I don't know if we're gonna try flying over the top of that. If we land in the water, so be it. Nah, I've probably gone too far. Nope, we're still going the right way. Hello. I love fishing. All right, so we want to use the super rod and the jiggling lure. Will you pay the fee? Of course I will. He's fishing for me now. He's fishing for a while. Looks like I pulled something up off the bottom. Here you go. Acquired a red hairpin. That's got to be, is that an armor or an accessory? I would have thought armor. but evidently it's accessory. Spirit +5, abilities cost 1 less MP. That's not a big savings. Red hairpin, 1 less. I mean, surely it adds up over the course of a fight. Probably was early on. You're probably right. I mean, if you think about it a little bit, if you look at your red mage stuff, like remedy only costs like 6 to begin with, so it could save you a lot of casts. Like you could get a few extra casts out of that. Well, with that done, we'll go to Europa. All right, I don't actually remember where this boss is, other than that it's on this island somewhere. And that it doesn't really look like a boss, it just looks like a regular guy. And it's not a cock a chicken. Way to go. That is a dead cock a chicken. Come back, come here, cock a chicken number 2. Oh, this is a jungle boar, which we have never fought. Oh, didn't kill that one. Ooh, haste. I forgot. I'm a time mage, so it's everybody. Oh, so what? Eventually, it's one of these two guys, we think. Fair enough. I like that. Let's just hit him. Probably not going to take a whole lot. Actually, no. Let's black magic him because we need to do a little bit of damage and try to pull some threat. So I believe we can force them to respawn just by teleporting back to the city and then teleporting back again. So since they're not over here or weren't here, we should be able to just go back to Gaia Stone. And since I'm here, I may as well heal. Go into that fight fully healed if we can. Let's, since we might have to do this a few times, we will favorite the Europa Stone. The Warlock strat. You mean where you were just burning them down in one round using the Warlock armor? Ouch, good grief. He won't be doing that 2 rounds in a row. Once you got down to the super, did I fight them both already? Superest of super bosses? Man, I wish I knew 100% this is where we're looking. Because I don't know how long this will take. Evidently, there's also Rexasaur also has a dagger. This, if you guys read the comments on any of the videos, that's where I got this information from. There's also a dagger on Rexasaur that we can steal. Messed up on the last actual boss, and it didn't even matter. Man. I saw you, Green Flame. I just ignored you. Rex Vest is good. That's the Rex Vest is really what we're definitely wanting. Oh, it's moving fast. Maybe that's it. It's like move it. It was going nuts for a second. Nope, still a boar. It's only a 47% chance. What does this do? Target's next action comes immediately. That goes off too late. Goes off too late. Oh well. Should have paid attention. Summoner stunned everyone after my Warlock mistake, so it wasn't a big deal waiting for his next turn. Man, we like the very first time we ever went down there, we ended up in a fight with this thing. Now I'm wondering how many tries is it going to take for us to actually get him to spawn there? Assuming that these are the right two mobs. I probably should look it up. And it's not worth it. Not worth letting the wrong person get hit. Never actually ran into him. Like, I remember running into him the very first time and then getting completely destroyed. All right, so we killed both of those this time. This time I will look it up when we come back and just be certain. So that we're not spending all night farming the wrong place. All right, let's take a look. It shouldn't be that hard to figure out. Here we go. Search. There we are. Looks like a normal intermediate. Yes. It says, head to the ruined house near the middle of the island. Encounter the jungle boar just to the south. If Rexasaur doesn't appear, escape and try again a few times. If it still doesn't work, go beat the Kaka chicken north of the house. Then come back and try again. Okay. So, is that our house thing? Is it over there? Ruined house. I'm assuming that's this. So I think you're right. I think it is these two. I don't love how hard that, like, oh, what's this? What is this? Oh, that's another boar. Nope. I was hoping there was a chance. I don't think that's going to give him enough to stay alive. Since we're going to go save anyway. Nah. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nothing's going to work. A real popular mechanic in Final Fantasy XI. I can't say I'm a fan. Wait, what? Which mechanic is that? The mechanic of having to like try to farm a specific thing that could just randomly appear somewhere, but most of the time doesn't. Not a big fan either. See, I don't mind that. I don't mind a mechanic like that if it's like a guarantee. If it's like, hey, go here, kill 37 goblins, and then the goblin boss will appear. If it's something where it's a very specific thing, it can always be done the same way every time. I just am not a giant. I've never been a giant fan of random numbered deities and their influence on games. But that probably is partly because I'm kind of old. And being old, I remember when there was nothing random about it. Everything was patterned. Mantis spider. Now we got some new stuff to try. Let's try killing this dude. He's gone. That is way too expensive. Multi-target magic is so expensive. I just don't know if it's worth it. Like 4 to 6 hours after the last boss death before there's a chance to down it again. Ouch. Nope, didn't kill it. Wow, he's got a lot of bad going on there. Probably should have just went ahead and summoned the first time. Good grief. Oh, I've got to try to heal again. Double cast. Remedy some more. Oh, so remedy only costs 5. We get a 4-point remedies. I mean, we cast a lot of remedies in that fight, right? Aha! Have that. The hard part is, man, if we get into a battle with this thing and we go in and we're not at full, we're in trouble. And then we have to try to farm it up again. $96 to 128 hours later or something. Oh, that's crazy. There were a lot of reasons I never really got into Final Fantasy XI. I think they resolved most of those with Final Fantasy XIV. I'm sad that I never got to find out if there was really a story in 11. I'm sure there was, right? There had to be. This is one of the weaker super bosses. Okay, good. If that ever lands, this fight will go so much easier. Maybe we'll try slowing him. There's 20 years of story in that game. I don't know. Like I never even got to find out because I played that game for like a month and never did anything in it. It was like the slowest game I ever even attempted to play. Like 6 expansions worth. That doesn't mean a whole lot to me. That doesn't mean a whole lot to me because if the story isn't told properly, there may as well not be a story. That's how I felt with Asheron's Call. That's how I felt with EverQuest. That's how I felt with Ultima Online. Those games all had multiple expansions. Sure, there was story. Nobody, you would be hard pressed to find somebody who could tell you what the stories to any of those games were. Abilities. How about some healing? All right, ruined house. Is there another boar here next to you somewhere? Or is it just these two right here in the middle? This is going to be a long night if we never even get to fight the monster. I did not know. I didn't know this. I guess I never figured this out. Did you know in this game if you steal something and then escape from the fight, you get to keep it? Not a story guide. Obviously, the people who were playing were biased, but people raved about Chains of Promethea for decades. Did a free trial for a few days. I guarantee people will tell you to do that expansion specifically. Even bosses? I didn't know you could escape from bosses. Or are you talking about if a boss kills you? Oh, I'm getting so sick of this boar. I truly believe one of the reasons people loved Final Fantasy XI was because they like exclusivity. And so if they had a group and they were doing things, they were enjoying the game and other people couldn't. But that's because I don't believe in the inherent goodness of people. I was playing Minecraft, settle down. Nope. Still couldn't take him out. Just hit him. Oh, stupid counters. I miss being uncounterable. When they figured out a way, they called it cheating and nerfed it. Okay, I should probably pay attention instead of whining about... There are plenty of other things about that game that I hated. In the, like, I think I played it for about 2 or 3 months. Not the least of which, the things that I hated were Square Enix's business practices at the time were really, really bad. Still ain't the same 10 years later. What the heck? Who was running that game? I mean, if you want a boss to be unbeatable, just make the boss unbeatable. It's not that hard. And now, as much as I absolutely despised 11 and couldn't play it anymore after that, and after some really, really shady business that went on with Square at the time, They're 14 is a great game. 14 is so much better than 11 ever could have even dreamed of being. That's just my opinion. It may not be factual, but it is my opinion. Technically, the first time you were cheating. It's definitely not factual. That's how opinion works. I mean, I have recently there are some people who play Final Fantasy 11 on like streaming it on Twitch, and I have tried to watch it, and I can't even watch them play it. Now, what I will state this, and I don't think that it's just opinion. I think there probably a lot of UX designers and scholars could go into very much detail about how bad it is. The interface for Final Fantasy XI might be one of the worst gaming interfaces ever created. Trapping the boss in a wall. Really? See, to me, as someone who spent several years working in game design, if something takes getting used to, it's probably bad design. There's a lot to be said for natural usability. It's part of the reason control schemes change so rarely. But I have to give them credit because they were early. Like, they were early in that space. And so there were a lot of things that still needed to be figured out. And they took chances and they, took risks. And some of it really just didn't work out. And some of it did. And if they hadn't done it, they wouldn't be where they're at right now. Every job has an ultimate ability on a 2-hour cooldown. That's a huge cooldown. And the boss has all the jobs. They're trying to do an MMO on a controller years before you... Right. And MMO on controller still doesn't work super well. Hey, here we go. Finally, now can we actually defeat him? And can we steal from him? What are our chances of stealing? 10%. It might be better to kill him off and then try to buy the thing from... kill him off and then just buy it from the vendor. I have played a few MMOs that have done a decent job on making the move to a controller, but typically they have relatively small amounts of skills at any given time. Don't use a mouse ever, just keyboard. That's kind of interesting. I don't know that can we. I would definitely draw aggro, but I could eye gouge him right from the start. What's his damage gonna do? Devour is an instant kill. Let's do it. Stop buying control. I haven't bought a controller in years. Dang, good evening. I get all my controllers from Amazon to review. I have so many of these like cheap controllers, well, relatively cheap controllers. This is the I think it's called Baitong Ashura 2 Pro. Then we got our alto and bass. This is a Switch controller, but I use it for emulating Nintendo games. Don't tell people I said that. Nintendo will kick me out. Never let me do anything again. Too late. They already know. Let's haste. Lock him down for another turn. I don't know if Defender is going to help us much. Haven't had an off-brand controller since like a Wildcats in the 90s. I have not stolen the knife. We just started the encounter, so I haven't stolen anything yet. Amazon discount warehouse, maybe. Hey, whatever. They send them to me for free and I review them. That's all that matters. I don't care if it's a discount. This is, to be honest, the Ashura 2 Pro is an Xbox controller that is perfect for PC. I have never had a problem with this controller. I absolutely love it. I use it more than anything other than my official PlayStation 5 controller. And I don't use it on PC ever. The only reason the PlayStation 5 controller gets more use is because it works on both the PlayStation 5 and my MacBook. Yeah, 10% chance isn't very high. It is probably well worth just waiting and buying afterwards. Of course, I have no idea what the knife's going to cost to buy afterwards. Have you actually played the game yet? No. Hook you up with Dollar General sometime. Hey, if Dollar General wants to give me free stuff, I'll review stuff for them too. I have no problem with that. Bone crunch this time. That'll put a paralyze up. Shouldn't take much to get rid of that. Still got issues, eh? Double cast here. Remedy. And we may as well put refresh also. I could have scanned, I suppose, but meh. Who needs it, right? Oh wait, is Dan about to die? What is that? What is the skull on Dan? Oh, it's his undead ring or whatever. Have an old Xbox 360 controller for my PC, but I think I only ever used it for one game. I used to have an Xbox 360 controller. It's actually still sitting on the floor right next to me. The only reason I don't use it is because the buttons click. So when I'm streaming, you guys can hear all the clicks every time I press a button. How'd the job interview go? So the job interview seemed like it went really well, but it was a week ago Friday, and I have heard nothing back. So I'm going to assume it didn't go as well as I thought it did. Tried to play 14 with it when I heard it was coming to Game Pass, but it was terrible. I have not tried the controller on that, honestly. Man, I really need to coup de grace there. Holy cow. We're gonna double cast again real fast. It's just so that we can do the scan. See where he's at. Might as well throw a blaze up too while we're here. As a beauty counter mirror, don't you know it? Shine it right up. Some people are into all that clicking. I can't mug him because there's only one dagger that can mug him. I can try stealing him from him, but I only have a 10% chance to do it. But if I kill him without stealing it, all I have to do is go to the lost and found, and then I can buy the item from them. He's already got a power break and an armor break up. He's got a bleed on. He's got so many things going. If we could do a coup de grace, now would be the time to do it. I mean, that's a big hit. If 47% chance of critical, if the critical, man, would that be amazing. Oh, and it worked. It did. It crit him. So got the Rex vest, defense 145, resistance 96, agility 15%, basic attacks deal 20% more damage and healing. You can't stop trying to kill Dan. You can't heal him. I know, but I can heal everybody else, and then I can just let Dan die if I have to. We do what we must. That's weird. That shouldn't be a problem. I guess it is. Rip Dan. Poor Dan. Made a little money, but I'm really trying to save. So, I mean, I still have my own business. This just would have been a lot more money a lot faster. I can't even guarantee it was going to be a job I wanted. Just a job that would pay. And like I said, I'm not desperate for the job. I still make a decent amount on with my 3D printing stuff. I just a guaranteed income would be wonderful, but it would also take me away from some other things that I like to do. So I'm not going to complain either way. We'll take it or leave it. Oh, there we go. Taunt him, I guess. Oh, you know what? Let's not taunt him. He's like almost dead. Let's just smack him and let him die. Even you should be able to just kill him. There you go. Yeah, so I'm doing fine. And I still get to stream every night. I would like to continue streaming even if I did get the job, to be honest. But I will have to let go of the morning stream that I do on Twitch. which wouldn't be that big of a loss because, I mean, there's not that many people hanging out in that stream anyway. There we go. Let's stay the night. Let's see what this guy wants for the dagger. I don't even know what the dagger is, so we'll see what he's got. What do you got? What are you buying? Okay. What do you have down here? It's going to be expensive, whatever it is, I'm sure. Bone knife? Okay, maybe not. Maybe I was wrong. Wait, Twilight? That's not what he had, was it? Because that seems like a really, really good weapon that's very, very expensive. There's the beat stick, also a good weapon. What is the Packed Crown? It's a light hat. Max HP minus 40%, but mine plus 20%. Not sure that's worth it. No, because you have Twilight. Maybe you do have to steal it. Maybe he won't get it. What? Let's see. Does it tell me what he drops? Oh, yeah, he's supposed to drop the Legend Spike. Or you're supposed to be able to steal the Legend Spike. Although when I actually look up the Legend Spike, it says it's stolen from Hermetic in Tall Tall Heights. I don't know what Hermetic is. But I don't think I saw a Legend Spike in this list. Nope. You use Pack Crown for some setups. For the extra mind to really throw some black magic out there. Man, Twilight seems so good. It's so expensive, but if I was going to run a Reaper, it seems amazing. And the attack on Beat Stick is crazy. Probably the guy that hides under the snow. So I'm tempted, now that we've actually fought him, I know this is a waste of time because that took like most of an hour. I'm tempted to try to give Dan some stuff that would let him have a better chance of stealing. Like stupid things like the bone knife. And then anything that will increase steal chance, like the captain's hat. And then go back and try it again. Yes, he is farmable. And you can actually farm up like four vests if you want. Here we go. Mugger's Glove, 35% increase. I think I have another one that's a little bit smaller than that too somewhere. There we go. Nicked Knackers. Now we've got as high a, probably about as high a chance to steal as we can. I guess I could have just teleported out. But I do need to go back to the inn. Add up the percent. I mean, just on gear alone, that's 20. That's 55. 75. 75. 75% increased chance to steal. And we don't even have to kill him. All we gotta do is steal and then run if we don't think we can get him down. But the question is, how long is it going to take for him to show up again? And how good is the legend spike? It's got, here's the stats on the legend spike. It's attack plus 280, crit damage plus 28%, crit damage bonus of 94, and then 12% strength. Or is it like 10% plus 75%? I don't know. It could be. Yeah, like, does it add all the percentages up to start, or is it like, you know, 20% here and then 75% of that 20% additional? I don't know. We'll find out if we get to see him. Yeah, strength on the dagger. I suppose it's possible that could be good for some builds, right? And I will have to have Dan just go into using straight attacks. What am I doing? We'll take the counter. I'm pretty sure this guy has nothing to steal. Should be additive. Should be like 85%. Okay. See, because we'll have to use mug. Doesn't have anything to encounter. It doesn't tell me the chance to steal from him. But if we go into steal, well, he doesn't have anything to steal, so it wouldn't matter. You mixed heal. Yep, can't just hit him that way anymore. That's a significantly weaker weapon. That's why you tried using the wand for 50% for damage when you started a warlock trick. Did it work? Did it work out that way? Okay, let's hope we can get him fairly quickly. Would love to actually get him down a second time, or at least encounter him a second time. No luck. It did. Okay. Whoa, that was... What the heck was that? We finally got a crit off on that first hit. I like that. Oh, if I aid, I hit everybody and it would do damage to Dan. That's funny to me. part of your 20k flare setup. Eesh. 20k flare. Craziness. Gotta love those crazy hits. A crown that adds protect. So when you hit, you get protect? We aren't down enough to bother the time to go to the inn. That's pretty awesome. I would like that. Nice and easy there. Think we can do this one more time without going to the inn. Save us a little time. Yeah, so the game doesn't recognize this particular creature as a boss at all. So if you die to him, you do still lose money. He does respawn, so because he's not considered a boss. It's kind of nice in that way, I guess. The only problem is farming him up. The flare is too much setup for me. Needs spotlight, fire seal, resist, break, and magic up. It's probably easier just to have your warlock just burn him down. With the right setup, I have no doubt that we can get our warlock to take this guy out in one round. Absolutely. See, that's what I was thinking. Like, I think it can be done fairly easily. Could just solo the game with Warlock easy. I still felt like I had a little bit of trouble. I wasn't that good. Oh, we didn't get the kill off this time. The one last super boss would be about the only real challenge. Oh. So there is another boss, right? After I kill the 4 bosses that I've been working on, there's another boss that I have to fight that is only enabled by killing the 4 of them. 2 more after the fish. Okay. And then at some point, I'm going to have to just go searching the world for treasure chests. To try to find my 500. Done 4 of 5 to spawn the next guy. He drops a seed. Oh, I forgot about there's another boss too, Daniel. I almost forgot about the one we have to drop down the hole to kill. The one that you linked in Discord. I need to take him on also, because his vest is evidently really good. All right, come here. Be a dinosaur this time. Nope. You can't just be a dinosaur for once. Minus 75% damage is nice. It is nice. Now, I don't know if there's a reason I need to keep trying to kill this chicken. Other than we get close to a gold every time we do it. Come on. This is it. I'm feeling good. I got a good feeling about this one. There's going to be a dinosaur down here this time. Oh, so much for my feelings. Pop the boss of the stem of the big plant in the depths. Stem ward lets you get close enough. Ah, okay. All right, chicken. Nobody loves you, chicken. Found him easier than some of the fish. I mean, the fish were not easy fights by any means, but man, that one fight, is it called the Enforcer? Am I thinking of the right? name. That's a tough fight. Yeah, let me stay the night. Come on. Come on, dinosaur. I put the dinosaur in the thumbnail for this video because I wasn't sure how long it would take. I thought we might be working at this all night, and right now it's kind of looking like we're going to. We're only going to give him one shot once we find him again to try to steal things. Hey, that did crit. Didn't kill him, but it crit. Oh, I needed healing breeze, not stealing wind. Look at that. The multi-target heals heal Dan just fine. Don't know why it's so brutal. I'm probably just going in with the wrong mindset, honestly. I'm probably just completely going about it the wrong way, and it shouldn't be that tough. Oh, he's not undead anymore. Oh, because I took that off to give him better stealing. Okay, I'm dumb. I'm definitely dumb. Wow, another miss. And he's healing. Oh, hey. Uh-oh. Oh, hey, what? Take him out. There he goes. 108. We're up to 108. Joe Bob's season finale 6-movie marathon. What? On August 30th. Oh man, that sounds great. Okay, let me tell you about my horror nerddom for a minute here. When I was younger, when I was in high school, because I'm a big horror fan, and I loved Joe Bob. Joe Bob Briggs was awesome. Is awesome. When I was in high school, I used to keep a notebook for all the horror movies that I saw. Like every time I rented a horror movie, you know, back in the VHS days. And I would keep my own drive-in totals for every movie. It's pathetic. I understand that, but I don't care. I loved it. Man, I used to. So in high school, I didn't have a car. And I used to ride my bike about, I don't know, 4 miles to a little place, a little tiny store called Airway Video. A little bitty store connected to like a liquor store. It was like half video store, half liquor store. To rent some of the worst horror movies ever seen in history. And I absolutely loved it every single time. Isn't it though? Yeah, I might have just let my tank die. It is one of the best parts of the show. It always has been. Oops. Ability. Heal him up. Yeah, I was so excited when Shudder first announced that they were bringing him back. Probably could have killed him just by hitting him. Reanimator is in his top 3 movies ever. I know a lot of people like I like Reanimator, don't get me wrong. But I don't, it's not one of my top favorites. I would still watch it anytime. If somebody were to be like, hey, I'm thinking about watching Reanimator, you want to come over? I'd be like, yes, I'll come over and watch Reanimator for sure. But it's not in my top favorite movies of all time, but it's one that I feel like everybody should watch. If you like cheesy horror movies at all, watch Reanimator. You owe it to yourself. I'm a big slashers guy. I like slasher movies. I love Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. Give me a Halloween movie. But then I love slashers. I love zombie movies. The Witch, Alien. Oh, I love Alien. I used to collect the Alien action figures. I'm looking forward to Romulus. We used to have a show when I grew up living in Kansas City. There was a show called Friday Fright Night. And every Friday evening they played 2 horror movies back to back, and there was not a live host, but there was a voiceovered host that would introduce the show and then do things between the commercials as the show was going to commercial or as it was coming back from a commercial. That always creeped me out. I absolutely love it. I miss those days so much. 40th anniversary of Nightmare 1, and Shudder just got that and New Nightmare, hoping it's part of a marathon. I thought I had seen somewhere that Nightmare 1's going to be in the theaters for its anniversary. Okay, I'd really like to get this guy down again in the next 7 minutes. Right? If they bring Nightmare 1 back to the theater, I will have to go see it. I will have to. See, I love seeing movies in the theater. Just spent my Saturday in the theater after our went straight to the theater after my booth Saturday. Was supposed to go see Twisters today, which I wasn't super excited about, but I'll see just about anything in the theater. So I've seen Deadpool twice now. I saw it opening day, and then I saw it again on Saturday. He's the same way with the pass. That's yep. Go to the AM. I have an AMC movie pass. I love it. And so I'll see just about anything. I'm waiting for my daughter has been out of state, and I'll have to, when she gets back, we'll have to see Deadpool again. And she really wants to see that animated movie. There's an animated movie where the emotions are people inside of somebody's head. She wants to see that, so I'll go see it with her. Inside Out 2, thank you, that's the one. Like to see Deadpool, but you don't want to go in and see it in the theater? I can't fully blame you there. I don't really care about seeing Inside Out 2, but I'll go see it with my daughter just to spend some time with her. When you have adult children, you do those kind of things sometimes. If my daughter's willing to spend time with me by going to see Inside Out 2, I will go see Inside Out 2. Before I get so old that she's like, oh, I don't want anything to do with that old dude anymore. Or she gets so old, I don't need to go this way. The nice thing about having a movie pass is there are many times when I go to movies at really odd times. Like I'll go to a movie that starts at, 10 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday, or I'll go to a movie that starts at like 10:45 at night on a Friday. And so I see movies quite a few times where there's only one or two other people in the theater at all. And I see weird movies like I'll go. I was alone in the theater when I went to see Midsommar. Which get myself in trouble a little bit. Opinion that nobody asked for. I feel like both Hereditary and Midsommar are two of the most overrated horror movies I've ever seen. Okay, so I realized he's got on a piece of gear, I think, that lets him have like a 5% chance to instant kill, and that's why 500 points of damage just killed that thing. And it did it again, somehow. Still not sold on Midsommar. So here's the thing I will say for both of those movies. They're beautifully shot. Like they are, the cinematography for both of those movies is amazing, and some of the acting in the movie is amazing. In both of the movies is amazing. But man, Hereditary was the most boring. Like I could not stay awake through Hereditary. It was so boring. And Midsommar was just, I don't know. I like my movies to be enjoyable, and it just wasn't an enjoyable film. Yes, exactly. It's creepy and weird, but that's all it has going for it. I say that's all it has going for it after I just told you that the cinematography is great and the acting was good. The story was just lacking, and it was just so slowly paced. All right, well, that did that. I'm still not sure we're going to get to see this knife before the night runs out. If only there was a way to change gear mid-fight, or like as you get into the fight. And Hereditary, right? Hereditary, it has one really good unexpected, you know, if you haven't seen any spoilers, unexpected scare. And then some decent, like, fun images towards the end of the film. But so much of the middle portion of that movie was just so slow and so painful to watch. Me, right? I wish I had something, because this would go so much faster if I could just kill these guys. With good gear, and then if it happened to be our boss, then we'd switch gear. But that's not going to happen. You've never seen the Jordan Peele movies? I'm going to go, maybe this isn't, I was going to say I'm going to go out on a limb, but maybe this isn't really all that far out on a limb, and say Jordan Peele is one of the modern masters of horror. Although I don't really consider Nope to be a horror movie. Get Out was an incredible movie. Us was really, really good. I loved it. In fact, I saw Us 4 times. Nope was good enough, but it was more of a weirdly shot sci-fi movie than it was a horror film. That was definitely something. Can we bracing strike and maybe get it back? Yeah, that was enough. All right. I'm getting really close to thinking that this thing is not really going to respawn for us. If it doesn't, we will not continue this tomorrow night. If I don't get a chance to try to do something with this during the day tomorrow, we will probably go straight to. We'll try to do the Sky Arena tomorrow night. There he is. Look at that. Unbelievable. I was about to give up. I'm so glad I didn't. Mug. We have a 48% chance to steal with mugging and a 48% chance to just steal. We may as well mug. Failed to steal. Uh-oh. Oops. We're going to need him back. We're going to need him back very quickly. Not even worth it in my opinion, by the way. But cool to get it for rarity's sake, right? That's what I figure. It's worth it for the sake of just doing it. The one person I really wanted hasted is dead. Let's lock him down for a turn. Here we go. Mixed magic. Double cast that. Get him back up. heal him up some. There we go. We got the legend spike. We should go ahead and try to kill him. There's no reason not to, right? Except he's got a lot of life that we're going to have to whittle through with a tiny little weakling dagger. Each current status has tick town and count increased by 1. I can't put that on him. That's allies only. We can put this up on him though. If we coup de grace now, 5,000. I don't want to do that because I don't want to lose. I don't want to take a risk of losing the blind buff. The enemy wants to lower their buffs. It's got power and armor break. We're in good shape. Now he should have a bleed. Oh, he's already got some kind of bleed. What else do we have? Quick, perform 2 actions in a row. He's got that. We've still got our haste up for a... No, we don't all have haste up. Oh, I didn't know he would do that, eh? Should have paid attention to his abilities. Fissure, wasn't paying attention to that. Well, we're going to die, but we should still keep the item, right? Here we go. Oh, we can't. We can't cast double cast because I just can't, I guess. So, okay. Can we now? Nope. So basically that was just double cast. Except that I could use time magic instead. Not heal. Remedy. Okay, let's throw Stealing Wind this round. And Fissured again. Nope. It's over. Well, let's hope we still have it. Last obtained. There we go. We do not. So you only get to keep it if you run. You don't get to keep it if you die. I'm not going to farm it again. I feel like that would be just such a waste of time. I'm so angry, though. I should have run. No reason to fight the things that are in here. If I had just run, of course, now we don't. Let's give it one shot. Maybe we'll get lucky. It'll be the very first try. Well, look at that. Look at that. Okay, we stole it on the first shot. Unfortunately, he's going to die, most likely, right? Not much chance of keeping him alive. I will run if I get a chance. I can't. The only person that can run is Dan. Slow, when it's going to go off way too late. We will protect him. But I think that that's not going to be enough to survive Devour. Yeah, Devour is just like, it's like an 1800 point hit. But we should be able to lock him down for a turn. And get him back up. The problem is, what is the chance of running? I should have put someone in a Quintar suit. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know what I'm saying? Try locking him down for another turn. And we don't have enough. Oh, gosh, why is that so expensive? Especially considering it doesn't work half the time. I'm going to skip turn because I don't want to accidentally get his ire. Oh, you're right. I could have slept. Because he's going to cast Fissure. I hate this. I hate this. You don't have anything like that, right? You don't have a way to lock him out at all. The summon takes way too long. Even if we haste you, it just takes way too long. Okay, here we go. I got an idea. Maybe we can survive it. Let's double cast. Maybe we can still survive it with Shell. You need a shell. You need a shell. Please work. Yes! We escaped. Oh, thank goodness. Run before it attacks us again. All right. So, Legend Spike. How does it compare? It's a little bit less. Crit damage plus 28 versus plus 30. Crit damage bonus plus 94. So it could potentially do better than the Diamond Dagger? Potentially. I don't know. It seems kind of... I'm torn. When you crit, you're going to crit harder. Sort of. 30 versus 28. But with a bonus of 94, I'm assuming that's just a flat 94. Like, here's a flat extra... Math, I don't know if I want to do. You think the spike is way better? Really? Why? What makes you say that? Yeah, we lose 20 attack, but you're gaining 94 base crit damage. Well, yeah. Now, here's the thing. If that 94 base crit damage goes into it before the crit damage percent bonus, that helps too. What's 94 damage when I'm hitting for 2k? Well, yeah, if you're hitting for 2k, I just don't know. I don't know. You know what I really want is I want to be a ninja and I want to equip them both. You know what else we can do? We can do this. We can put our battle band back on. Was it the battle band we were using? If we tell it to just automatically equip the best gear, or what it thinks is the best gear, it gives me the Diamond Dagger. I don't see, and that's the thing. I don't know if the rogue abilities gain enough from strength. We could test them both. Let's do that. Why not? Do we want to continue? We were wearing the assassin vest before. But we gain so much more evasion, accuracy, and agility from the Rex vest. I don't know whether to... Oh, that's over the diamond vest. Hold on. Let's put this on and see how it changes. Yeah, still a big change. But you're an assassin. True. All your dagger skill damage multipliers off of dex. Okay. Go Rex vest. We'll try it. Let's do it. Let's heal up first. All right, here's how we're going to test this. We're going to heal over here. Oh yeah, change accessories. Thank you. What were we using? We were using, was it the undead ring? I think so. For the physical damage and less physical damage taken. And I don't remember what the other piece of gear was I was using. What does this one do? Oh, yeah. Sure. Oh, wait. I was using Bone Trophy, wasn't I? Instead of the Undead Ring. But that maxes out our damage dealing. I think I had dropped the Undead Ring because of the healing thing and just taken like Acrobat shoes or something. But we could use them both to see what the max damage is here. Let's run over here. All right, so let's do our opener. Let's just start with a backstab. So we got 2,248 or a crit. Oh, I should write down some numbers. I did see a dead ring for the poop or something for crit percent. So with what we've got right now, let's just look at our dagger numbers real quick. 2248. This is using the gear that we have. Now this could change with different accessories, of course. Crit of 47%. 9084. On the opening backstab. Versus same gear. Crit only matters if you crit. You're right. But that was 47%. This is also 47%. So the base backstab is lower. 2133. Still 47%. But the damage is also lower at 8944. Dual ready. Oh, so that we would crit on the first hit every time. Dual ready is a 3-point cost. We can get rid of crippling coat. It isn't added before, it's just added in on final damage. Now, if we look, we won't actually throw the attack. A base attack and a base attack is going to be 800. And crit chance is 100%. Because of dual ready. So we have to go a second round. I shouldn't have put dual ready on because we can't see. I guess we have the same crit percent chance no matter what, right? So what is the base damage on the other weapon? I think the diamond dagger is going to end up being better. Oh, base damage on the diamond dagger is not as good. That's interesting. How about Shadow Cut? Shadow Cut is our single most used ability. It is 1092 and 2227. Yeah, I mean, there's probably ways to make it work. And if you were doing anything with a ninja mix, you could just wield them both. And you would have two really strong weapons equipped. So Shadow Cut here is slightly less. 1032 and 22. Now that's interesting because the base Shadow Cut damage is lower, but the crit damage is higher. Try going ninja and see how it does damage wise. Okay. Now, I don't know if there's any difference between left, like main hand and offhanding in this game at all. And I think you only hit with both on the attack. I think if we use Shadow Cut, I don't think it hits twice. Am I wrong? Have I not done this enough to find out? I mean, that's still decent damage in one round. And now we have no chance to hit, so let's exit and go back in. Wow, that was good damage. That was really nice. That was a great opener. Hey, Zero. How's it going? Only the first is guaranteed. Right. Yeah, that was 2 crits. That was a great opener from 2 crits. Skip this turn. Yes. And then all we've got is the straight up attack. With standard attack, not nearly as good. Yeah, we're testing a dagger that we just got off Rexasaur. That was Rexasaur. The legend spike. We're trying to decide whether the legend spike or diamond dagger is better. And actually, I think we're getting better numbers just slightly off the diamond dagger. Just slightly. $13.56. That is a big bloody slice. Veracity, 814. Standard attack, 976. So that's still huge. I think the biggest problem with like this build would be, wow, he's going to deal some damage, that's for sure. The problem is he's also going to pull a lot of threat. The Legend Spike would be good for anyone using strength with a higher crit chance because of the strength. So dagger skills go off dex, dagger damage may not necessarily, but like your dagger specific skills, like basically, I think, yeah, all of these, the first 3 here are dagger or sword, so they could go off of either one, maybe. I don't know. Coup de grace is a dagger specific skill, so it's going to use dex. So you can see it, there you go, you can see it in the name. So like Bloody Slice uses dex. Maim uses dex. Harm Power uses agility. The assault uses strength. All of these use strength. Coup de grace is dex. Of course, harm memory requires a bow. These are all off of dex also. It is weird. It's a weird thing to have strength on there. But man, that you could put out a ninja assassin could put out some serious damage, I think. String chops have like two-handed weapons that have more attack. If it was 12 dex, it would be crazy. 12 dex would be probably overpowered. I agree. It would be better than a diamond for sure. With just so many different abilities we could throw up here. Just nuts. Just nuts. I kind of want to try it on something. Oh, well. Man. That would be a fun build. It'd be a fun build. I'd love to try it on something. If I could hold threat. If my warrior could hold threat. Does give you some attack. Well, yeah. We can always test more. One of the things we are going to do tomorrow, I hate taking off now because Zero just got here and I hope Zero's having a great morning. Zero, thank you for saying good morning and thank you for coming and hanging out. Tomorrow we are going to, since we're done with Rexasaur, we could go back and try to get some more armor and stuff, but I'm not sure if it's going to be worth it or not. I would like to try maybe see if we can achieve getting the ribbon tomorrow, or we could try dropping down and seeing if we can get the slime vest. But no, it's been a good time. It's been a good time. I hate that you're catching us right here at the very, very end, but unfortunately I have to go to bed. I have to sleep. If you're ninja, it doesn't matter if you get threat. Oh, that's true. You could throw on that ability that lets you not take damage. You can almost agility tank. Don't know where the ribbon is. Certainly not the Sky Arena. The ribbon is absolutely in the Sky Arena. The ribbon is the reward for winning the 7th battle in the Sky Arena. I know because I looked it up. Because I was getting really sick of dying to the Enforcer. So I looked up how to get a ribbon. It's the reward from the 7th battle in the Sky Arena. Or at least that's what it used to be. Ninja has the best taunt because it's guaranteed, right? You're guaranteed to be attacked for the next 3 rounds. Oh, you don't know where yours is? Oh, I don't know. Now, it may have changed. The data that I'm going off of could have been before several patches. Because this game has been patched many times to get rid of some loopholes and some really easily exploitable things that can be done. So it's possible. It is possible that has changed. Did 10 battles now do a ribbon? So it may not be there anymore. It may have been moved. It could be in the secret magic only dungeon for all I know. So, but we'll try maybe both of those. I don't know how hard the slime boss thing is. I don't think it's going to be too hard to fight. It's going to be harder to get into him, I think. So we might try that first and then go start on the Sky Arena if we have time. But anyway, thank you everyone for hanging out with me. I hope you're still enjoying this playthrough of Crystal Project. I know it's gotten very long, and we've still got a ways to go, but not nearly as far as how far we've come. So we'll be finishing it relatively soon so that we can get our start on Suikoden. Until tomorrow, stay sharp and be excellent to each other. I'll see you soon.